We currently have a $10 trillion problem. That is the annual global cost of employee disengagement. In the United States alone, it's $2 trillion. And we know exactly what. I'm just going to start over. Globally, we have a $10 trillion problem. That is the annual global cost of employee disengagement. In the United States alone, it's $2 trillion loss. And we know exactly what causes it. Gallup tells us that 70% of the variance in team engagement is attributable to the manager. We know the cost. We know the cause. We even know the cure. Replacing industrial age command and control management with information age environment architecture. So why hasn't it happened? Why, despite decades of data, do we continue to run our organizations on an operating system designed for 1910? The answer is a little uncomfortable, but it's mathematically precise. We're actually paying our leaders to maintain the problem. Today I'm going to show you the exact mathematical difference between an industrial age manager and an information age manager. And then I'm going to show you why your compensation plan is actively preventing your leaders from making the switch. Let's look at a standard 100-person knowledge worker organization run by an industrial age manager. First, we measure engagement. In the United States, Gallup tells us that 68% of the workforce is disengaged. They're what I call corporate zombies. A zombie operates at roughly 60 to 70% of their possible throughput. When you blend that with the 32% who are engaged, the entire organization has a baseline capacity of about 72% of what would be its maximum. But it gets worse. We have to look at the 4 types of work: business projects, internal projects, changes and fixes, and unplanned work. In the industrial age environment, unplanned work, firefighting, consumes 40% of the team's capacity. Value-add business projects generally only get about 25%. Because of this chaos, the cognitive load on employees is crushing them. Extraneous cognitive load, the mental bandwidth wasted on navigating bad systems, redundant approvals, and fear of failure, consumes a third of their brain power. And because of the approval bottlenecks, flow efficiency, the amount of time work is actually being worked on versus waiting in a queue, is generally sitting at only 15%. Finally, we apply Eli Goldratt's theory of constraints. The bottleneck in this system is staffed by a zombie. Because of that, the bottleneck is capped at 60%. That means the entire 100-person organization is capped at maximum of 60% capacity. When you compound all of these penalties, the 100-person organization is effectively delivering the throughput of about a 48% people organization. Less than half of its theoretical capacity. Now let's watch what happens when we make that manager, the manager makes the switch to an information age techniques. They stop trying to manage the work and start managing the environment. They establish psychological safety. They push approval authority down to the front line. They replaced status meetings with visible workboards. Fast forward 12 months. Let's run the math again. First engagement. By changing the environment, the disengaged 68% of the workforce begins moving up the Zealot Transformation Index. The blended baseline capacity of the organization rises from 70 to 88%. Second, 4 types of work. Because the team now has safety and autonomy to fix root causes, unplanned work drops from 40% to 10%. Value-add business projects double from 25 to 50%. Third, cognitive load. The extraneous load to navigating bureaucracy vanishes. That mental bandwidth is returned to the employees, effectively increasing their cognitive capacity by 30%. Fourth, flow efficiency. Because approval authority is now at the front line, work stops waiting in queues, flow efficiency jumps from 15% to 30%, a doubling of the speed of delivery. And finally, the bottleneck. The person at the constraint is no longer a zombie. They're a zealot, operating at 90% capacity. The ceiling on the entire organization rises from 60% to 90%, and effectively we were running at 48% before. When you compound these improvements, the effective net throughput of this organization jumps from roughly 48% to 82% of its theoretical maximum. The manager has nearly doubled the output of the organization, gotten a 71% throughput gain, and they didn't hire a single person. They didn't buy any software. They just changed the environment. If the math is this clear, why isn't every manager doing this? Because of the timeline. The information age switch takes 12 to 24 months to fully materialize. You have to rebuild trust. You have to dismantle legacy systems. You have to let people learn how to operate with autonomy. But how is the manager's bonus calculated? It is calculated in 90-day increments. It's tied to quarterly earnings, short-term cost reduction, and immediate headcount efficiency. In 1975, Stephen Kerr wrote a paper called On the Folly of Rewarding A while Hoping for B. We hope for the 88% throughput of the information age, but we reward the short-term extraction of the industrial age. If a manager invests in psychological safety, their quarterly numbers might actually dip while the team adjusts. Under an industrial age compensation plan, that manager loses their bonus and potentially their job before the zealot dividend even has a chance to pay out. The system is functioning exactly as it's designed. It's rewarding the behavior that produces the $10 trillion loss. You can't ask your leaders to build an information age culture if you're paying them with an industrial age scorecard. If you want the throughput, you have to change the incentives. You must measure what matters. And the Zealot Transformation Index to your executive scorecards. Measure psychological safety, tie a meaningful portion of executive compensation to 12 and 24-month outcomes. And most importantly, make the cost of disengagement visible. Put the cost of your zombies on the P&L, right next to your software license and your real estate costs. When you make the cost of the status quo visible and you reward leaders for fixing it, the $10 trillion heist ends. Change the scorecard, change the environment, raise the dead. Thank you.